What we do know from what's been said already is that Meta's Llama 4 will be out sometime this year, although Meta is currently in a state of crisis because Hangzhou's DeepSeek model came out and is beating the pants off everyone and is literally 1/100th of the cost of OpenAI. So DeepSeek R1 Reasoner is more capable than O1 at 1/100th of the cost, which
it's open source, right?
It is also open source. Yes.
Yeah.
They've given away the model so that you can try it out. They've published all the research and done a really good job with that. And so, what this really is about is open models versus closed models. It is becoming apparent that the closed model makers are having trouble keeping up with what open model makers are doing. I mean, especially when you consider that, for example, DeepSeek, as a Chinese company, does not have access to the latest and greatest hardware because for export controls and things like that. So I expect in the next 6 to 12 months on the technology side to see very, very rapid innovation along the lines of reasoning models because of the work that DeepSeek has done and basically embarrassed a whole bunch of Silicon Valley. That's good for us. That's good for marketers. That's good for consumers because it allows us access to reasoning technology at very, very low cost. As an example, yesterday on stage while I was at an event, I took a set of requirements for a project and some best practices. I put that in a coding environment with DeepSeek's Reasoner, and I hit go, and I kept continuing my presentation, and it was chugging along the side, and it wrote an app start to finish that ran the first time in 20 minutes. By the time I was done with my talk, the app was done. Like, okay, that is what agentic software development looks like when you have a model that can reason and self-correct and run by itself and just chug away. That changes pretty much everything, because if you think about it, that's in software. Imagine that in content creation and ads and copywriting, where a model can sit there and just chug along and say, okay, I'm going to think through how I'm going to do this, and here's the requirements I've been given, so I'm just going to go ahead and do the thing.
What do you think the impact will be on marketers in terms of, like, is that big an increase in productivity going to mean that many fewer marketers?
It will. So it's going to have an impact. For sure, it's going to have an impact on junior staff, right? Because these tools already can do, intern level and a coordinator level work very, very easily. Like, hey, intern, write this press release. Yeah, I mean, there's no trouble. Where I think we'll see impact, you won't see entire roles go away. What you will see is the number of people who sit in that seat is going to diminish. So if you are a content agency and you have 100 writers, you may have 10, and those 10 are using AI. Now, the job of writer hasn't gone away, but you don't need as many butts and seats. People are finding that out right now with software development. Software developers, if you look at Indeed.com's data, which is published to the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, software development job demand for hiring demand is at pandemic levels, meaning like, that first month when everyone fired everybody, that's where software development is right now, because one developer who is a skilled developer with AI can do the work of 5.